Hello, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. Karo here. We are going to perform Forces at Work Love Tarot reading for October 2025. Finally, I am back with the signature reading of my channel for the last 9 years. This is actually a vertical spread, but due to the space, I will lay down the cards horizontally. So let me please first introduce you the spread so you can understand what dynamics will play out in this you versus them reading. So the first message will represent your current state, your current situation. This is going to represent their current state, their current situation. This is going to represent what you want, your intention, motivation, and this is what they want, their intention, motivation. How do they feel towards you, and how do you feel towards them? What you need part we have, it has also a spiritual context, and this one will represent what they need. Here is a card representing your next move and their next move, plus your hopes and fears and their hopes and fears. Now, more cards. We are going to pick the card which is giving its name to this spread. What are the forces in between you with this person? The forces in between you. And this is the outcome of these forces, like forces at work. And we will be also reading it from this card. But before that, let's add some context also with Sibillas. So we will have some clarifications. By the way, this is also a reading that I offer in private reading sessions, which are like video recorded readings. It's a comprehensive reading. It's for those who really want to understand their situation. And according to the story you are bringing, I am also adjusting the cards, which means I add new placements based on also your questions in the story. So we are tailoring one specific big reading, and we look at it also holistically. So I highly recommend this type of reading style, by the way. And for this information, you can always check the description box below. For the what you need part, I'm going to get also some spiritual guidance. This is going to be some about some angel messages too. So we will interpret them all together. Okay, so very good. Now, Leo, I'm going to start this reading once again. Welcome, Leo friends. This is going to be for October 2025. And our first positions, your current state, your current situation. We have Six of Pentacles clarified by Constellanta Sorpresa reversed. And their current state, their current situation, we have the Nine of Pentacles with the Dottore. Okay. Now, to start with, we will begin with you. So, your current state, your current situation for the month of October 2025, you are in a space of exchange with this person. You are in a space of balance with this person. You are like checking if giving, receiving are fair. But reverse Constellanto Sorpresa telling me that while doing that, Leo, you may miss or you may not see the small joys or unexpected positive developments right now. Instead of gifts, instead of gifts, instead of uplifting surprises, you may feel like generosity is not being maybe reciprocated. It's like maybe giving does not bring the returns you hoped for. We can also mention that at that point. It seems the other person is very well-being with your giving. Look at them; they come with the Nine of Pentacles, but there is a sense of independence and self-sufficiency in their energy. With Dottore, they are, it seems, approaching things with reason, and they seem to me actually quite detached. This is a bit like a clinical attitude. Um, you are in the hope of exchange, but they are like, okay, they receive, but this is like saying I can stand alone as well, and I'm gonna like evaluate everything before I'm actually gonna engage. So there is there is a control, there is a self-reliance energy, there is some kind of a cool distance, we can say. So I mean, your energy is more of focusing on actually fairness and exchange, but there is a feeling of lack of rewards or appreciation. They are more about like detached, independent, logical, emotional distance, but they are, if they are in the receiving end of this, they seem to be actually quite well with what they are, it seems, given. uh okay, okay, now let's check the next position. So what you want, your intention, motivation, what you want, King of Pentacles clarified by Domestica reversed. What they want Hangman and Lamante reversed. Okay, so Leo friends, what you want, your intention and motivation, uh, well, seem to be there are some issues going on with regards to uh, stability and maturity and lasting security. Um, because domestico energy is, it's the this is a service person, they usually represent loyalty, but they seem to be now turning upside down here, which is showing them unreliable. So actually this completes that first position, I think. You want this stability with this person, some secure energy, but you want this without being in a one-sided dynamic where you give loyalty and everything, but you don't get anything back. So your motivation is very clear here. I think you want a solid commitment. You absolutely do not want half-hearted gestures or someone showing up only when it's convenient for them. On the other hand, what they want is represented by Hangman and Lamanta reversed. Well, it seems they want a space to reflect, Hangman, but the lover card seems to be now upside down. So their motivation, I think, is a bit complicated here. They may want to step back from passion, they may want to step back from romance. Um, or they may want to step back from emotional intensity. They are rather pulling inwards. They they don't seem to be leaning into love. Their desire is absolutely not for closeness right now. So they pause. They reflect, I think. And there is some kind of a distance. There is they take this step back from like that romantic entanglement, I do feel. Let's check the next positions now. So how do they feel towards you? They feel Eight of Cups and Presente di Pietre Preziose upright towards you. How you feel towards them? You feel Magician and the Messaggero. Oh my goodness. See yourself how you try to communicate with them again. And they seem to be like walking away, Leo. And they like leaving behind all the opportunities, gifts, they are really, they feel like emotionally withdrawing. They are like, but their feelings aren't cold. They still see the value in you, but they feel like, I think, stepping really back, and they are. This is like, you are offering something rare to them, and they see all the values and gifts you can bring. Okay. um but their emotions are a bit mix of detachment. Again, Hangman, Nine of Pentacles. There is a sense of detachment they feel. So they appreciate you, but it's like they feel like they cannot stay close. But it's like saying, hey, I know your word, but I am not in the capacity of maybe reciprocating that emotionally. So there is this kind of a detached feeling, emotionally withdrawn feeling. I do feel you're feeling towards them. You feel the urge to react to that. You want to create maybe new potentials, like, because you are really feeling pushed towards communication, let me reach out. You try to find ways, I think, to make it happen. So because you feel very much empowered here, especially with the idea that you can make something shift, maybe in the connection, maybe through words, maybe through action, maybe through what you can offer. It's like, hey, I can change this. Uh, there is this willingness to communicate. You feel very communicative, but they feel like, they feel the need to step back emotionally, but still they value you high. I do feel. Now the next message, how what you need. You need Three of Wands clarified by Speranza reversed. And we have the Archangel message, peace, Archangel Shamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. And what they need, let's see. Oops. They need Nine of Swords clarified by Prigione reversed, and they have also gifts from God Oracle card. Archangel Sandalphon, angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive, it says. Well, well, well. They have lots of gifts actually here. They have lots of gifts. Oh my God, this is actually a very lucky person to have you. But okay, let's see what you need. Now, actually, you need hope, but the hope is, I think, blocked here with the Speranza. You need some hope. You need because you're hoping to get some progress, expansion. You want opportunities to arrive, of course, but the hope part is like upside down. So you may feel maybe disheartened at this time, like maybe the future is not holding something what I expect. But you need to remember that love itself, it is not something about control or expectation. Love is already actually your foundation. So what you need actually is an inner peace. You need to trust that love is real, even if sometimes outcomes shift. So it's like you wait for something, but it's not coming. But what you need is like rather than the expectation or control, you need that inner peace. You need to trust that love is real. And sometimes outcomes shift. Sometimes love also comes in like many ways or forms, not in the way we want to control or foresee it or expecting it to be, There is some, yeah, I'm gonna open the cards next, of course, but I may also come back to that message again. So, what they need, I think they are caught in anxiety and mental torment. But Prigione reverse telling me that they need release. They need release from mental cage. They need freedom from mental cage. They need freedom, uh, and they need to release the cycles of fear. Um, and I think they need to soften, to receive instead of staying blocked and locked in their mind is what they need. So they need to accept help. They need to accept blessings. They need to welcome the grace instead of carrying everything as self punishment. There is something that it's like people see this person's work, but I think they have the way that they see their worth is very different than you see your worth, Leo. So this feels like you need to. I feel like you need to restore the peace. You need to restore that hope, even in this face of uncertainty. And love, actually, real love can also come from inner peace. So they need to release the anxiety and they need to open up themselves to receiving grace, I do feel, because they seem to be staying stuck in guilt or they have so much fear at some point. Now, let's talk about your next move. Your next move, Leo, is Seven of Pentacles and clarified by Fortuna. Their next move is Ace of Cups, clarified by Deliranti. Oh my god, it's like they're gonna. There is lots of booze in this card now. Okay, so your next move, Seven of Pentacles, Mercury in Taurus energy. Your next move is to pause. And I think there are some considerations here. You are evaluating what has grown so far. You are considering if it is worth to continue to invest. And this pause actually is not something you are wasting time or something. It's really bringing a lucky break or some positive outcomes to you. Your move is more about trusting a bigger cycle, like trusting timing. I'm gonna let also fortune play its part in this, and I am not going to force things. So I think you are tapping into what you need exactly. You do the right thing, Leo. On the other hand, their next move is okay, there can be maybe some ways that this person, by the way, numb themselves. I don't know if they have any kind of addictive tendency, but they may be getting into that. And this may bring the result of them emotionally outpouring their confusion, inner chaos, maybe overwhelming ways. They may suddenly confess something. It's like drinking and like writing you messages, calling you, giving unpredictable reactions. They may swing like between love, also the other way, there is this is very their move is like super raw. it is unfiltered. Like their heart opens, but it's not a calm or a stable way. Like there is this outpouring of a lot of things. So this can be something you may be aware of, because it may be hard for you to also manage that energy, because they seem to me like emotionally very chaotic here, because they have overwhelmed with their own feelings maybe. But I think you are like, your move is really patient and very steady. So you are waiting your luck, I think, to unfold, Leo. Very, I like, your next move. Very nice. Okay, so next position, your hopes and fears. Your hopes and fears. Oh my goodness, look at you. You longing for this um, person. So your hopes and fears, we have the Two of Cups clarified by Sospiri. But what if, this sighing and things, right? Oh, look at that. Their hope and fear, Page of Cups and Lamante upright. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay, so you hope for love, you hope for connection, you hope for unity. You see? You really hope for that. You are longing for that. But your fear is, if this is gonna stay only as a dream, like if things are not gonna, if the things, I mean, you have maybe some fear of this union I'm longing for, um, will maybe will not be materializing. So it's like your fear is like seeing the connection remaining in the realm of just yearning. I think you are torn between the hope of maybe reconciliation and also the fear of endless waiting here. But you really want this, Leo. Oh, I really felt this strong. And their hopes, they hope for actually emotional openness and also new beginnings in love. Page of Cups energy can be quite the tender gestures. And the Lamante, the lover, is also upright here. So their hopes definitely centers on romance, affection, and of course, possibility of love. But I think their fear is also tied to this. Like they fear to seem like vulnerable. Maybe they fear to come across as insecure, because the page energy is very young, very unsteady. So they may fear that their feelings are too naive, or maybe it's not strong enough to sustain something mature. Like this person, I don't know, it seems like this person seems to be a bit younger than you, by the way. At least, maybe for some of you, but you really hope for union. They also hope for love, but they fear of emotional immaturity and vulnerability as well. I think you fear from this, as they say, eternal longing. Wow. Okay, Leo, now I'm going to open the card now. The forces in between you. The forces in between you with this person. This is the shared force. Two of Pentacles clarified by Il Vedevo, and the outcome of this energy is Nine of Cups with Disgrazia. So Disgrazia is clarifying the Nine of Cups. Okay, now we need to talk. We need to talk. Now the forces in between you with this person, I feel uh it's really making people juggle a lot. So there can be a sense of instability. Um, so I think the force is making people like handling things, handling ups and downs, but also people carrying grief or emotional heaviness here at the same time. So between you both, I think there is a sense of trying to balance life, love, loss, but it never feels quite steady. So maybe the connection, it echoes through that weight of some past disappointments or losses, or I don't know if someone has like really widowed here, by the way, in the past. I maybe someone has still grieving here. So the outcome is Nine of Cups, Disgrazia. This is really paradoxical. Um, when it comes to wishes, it comes with a cost. And this cost can be very much unintended consequences. Like this is like be careful for what you wish for. There can be a moment of emotional gratification throughout October, but it's again tied to instability and sudden disruption. So, yeah, fulfillment is still possible, but I think it's very fragile. Okay, so you really need to be careful. I, you know what, it's like emotional fulfillment through a person's maybe also loss, but it brings like consequences. it it's very fragile. So because you may still in the end focus on fairness, but they may still, we have a nine there, they may still actually come from that independence energy, a bit also detached feeling. um and again they may want that space, even their hope is actually they like long for that romance, but also they fear of vulnerability. So I think they, if even they step back, they still value you, but that's why maybe you are like pausing and trying to understand what they will be up to. And their emotions, when they even like stepping back, I think their emotions are overflowing, and it's really chaotic at this point. And maybe that's why the Nine of Cups and Disgracia coming. Like, let's say they instantly connect through a particular paradoxical situation, but then it just shadowed by again some distraction or like a personal gratification, but it feels personal, it's not for the two. So I think, Leo, I have to like warn you, this October I think is really full of fragile moments. There can be moments of emotional closeness, but there is a risk of collapse there if people are not grounded in stability. So stability, I think, is a must here. So this is what I have for you. Thank you so much, dear friends, for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this reading, and if you would like to have the private version of this reading, please check the description box below to see how we operate in the channel, and speak to you soon. Bye.